Hello and welcome to another video of our Operators Platform tutorial series. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about one of the newest improvements we have done in your customer onboarding experience. Now, I'm going to start off with explaining how the system used to work with regards to the limitations and how the actual workflow of the process used to look like. And then I'm going to explain how the newest system is approaching this sign-up process, and hopefully we can then compare and contrast the efficiency and how easy it is and seamless it is with the newer version as well. Before this version, the way that it used to work is that your customers or your users would go to your website and they would use the sign-up sheet that very similar of it is in front of me in our demo environment. They would provide you with their information, contact number, address, and even if they're from a company, their company information. Then they would click on register, and the system would tell them that, hey, we've received your sign-up request. Now let's wait for one of our operators to review your request. Then on the operator side of the things, you would then find that entry for the sign-up request through the customers menu, and then you would open up the members menu, and under passive members you can see the list of all the users who essentially have signed up into the system but they do not have an assigned customer, let's say. So then you would have the ability to either create a new account or customer for them, or to add it to one of the existing customers. Let's say that you are working with a company that has 10 different users, essentially like have an operation with your employees. Therefore, it's best if we aggregate all of them within the same customer. Now, since we do not have any passive members in this example, and have already used all my email addresses in order to create accounts, I'm going to use the inactive members tabs. It's a very similar approach. Now let's say the entry is there, and then you would click on the create online profile. A dialog will be opened up for you, but that says, hey, this is the customer's entered information. This is what the sign up sheet has provided us with. We can either accept one of the existing customers to let this user join, or we need to create a new customer altogether for this specific user if they're a new company, for example. Now this used to be the process, and then after you've created the customer and you've assigned the user a specific customer, then an email will be sent to them saying that, hey, we have finished your onboarding process. Here is the you can now actually access the system, which they just provide the password that they've put into the sign up sheet with their email address in order to log in into the system. Now the newest approach is so much so that it enables self-activation. Now this can be very handy in cases where your customers would want to get onboarded in the weekends, or whenever the operators on your organization are not fully available, and then if there is no one to answer them, then you would lose your users and customers and any newest leads possible. So in order to mitigate that, we have created as I said, a self-activating module. And the way that it works is, now instead, when someone signs up, an email will be automatically be sent to the provided email address inside the sign up sheet that gets them and prompts them rather to validate their email address using a link. Then they can click on that link, and the system would actually create a new customer for them using some predefined fields for that customer, including what their territory is, or what their account manager is, or what's their credit limit, what's their price level, right? These are system level settings that you can actually, I'm going to in a second show it to you on where you can find it, but then the system uses their default values and provided information up here to create a new customer within our system and to immediately grant them access into the client side of things on the customer website. Now, as to where we can find these default settings, since you are in complete control of where how you want your newest customers, or rather self-activating users and customers, to have these properties, you would want to go to settings, then system settings, and inside organizational configs, you would want to scroll down up to the point that says new customer default properties, which currently are 5 different fields, and they summarize as to what their salesperson is or the account manager, which territory they'll be automatically be put in, what's the customer's starting price level, what's the customer's starting payment terms, and what's their credit limit. Now, for instance, for all of our new customers in our demo environment, these will be the values that will automatically be assigned to any self-activating user possible. Now, our system would still provide you with a way to do this yourself with regards to assigning your newest passive users to their appropriate customers or creating a new customer for them. But we've also now additionally have added this layover so that you would maximize your customer retention and also not lose any possible leads or customers, due to the fact that someone has to be available in order to review each user and to then grant them access. Now, there will be a lot more information available, hopefully in the near future, as to how you can configure this. But currently, that's all I can demo for you, and hopefully this has provided you with the toolset and the knowledge that you can take advantage of with regards to self-activating users. And hopefully I have made it very clear on how the system used to work and how the system is working now. Thank you very much for tuning in and for staying with me throughout this video. Hopefully I can catch you in the next one as well.